Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Joe Bean Stadium here on campus at Wheaton College. Tonight, we have the Wheaton College Thunder taking on the University of Chicago Maroons. The Maroons are the #1 team in the nation for men's soccer. I'm Nate Stein here alongside Seth Meyer. You're watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Yeah, Nate, it's going to be a good one tonight, facing off against UChicago, #1 in the nation, just down the road in the city. I was talking to a couple of guys earlier today. They're incredibly excited for this opportunity, and they think they really believe in themselves in this game.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we have noticed. All the guys on the field for the Thunder truly believe that they can take down this #1 UChicago team. They're not just saying that to try to give themselves confidence. You can see it in the way they're warming up, the energy that's out there on the field. These guys really, really believe.
Yeah, exactly. And UChicago has got a guy, Max Lopez. He's got 8 goals on the year so far, and they've only played in 6 games, so he's averaging over a goal a game. So that is certainly someone that Coach DeClute most likely highlighted in the scouting report.
Yeah, I mean, this Thunder backline has been so strong this season. As ahead of freshman Hasten Biddlecombe, Thunder only allowing 1.17 goals per game on the season. Obviously, that's less than the amount Lopez is averaging on his own per game. And this is a really high-powered Maroons team. In their past few games, they've had a 6-0 win at Aurora, a 7-1 win at home against St. Norbert, a 4-0 win over Knox. So this is a team that can score a whole lot of goals.
Yeah, and this will be a really great test for this Thunder back line, which was a bit of a question mark coming into the year, having 2 center backs graduate, Noah Gully and Reed Bartley. Drew Shea and Justin Hill and Jack Stradinger have done a good job of filling in those center back positions and really stepped up so far this year.
And for now, right before we send it down onto the field for the starting lineups in the national anthem, we just want to thank Realty Executives. This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of our replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family, and we extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcast. With that said, we're going to send it down to the field. We'll get the starting lineups, the national anthem, and then we will get this matchup underway.
Of the University of Chicago. Winner play today with a record of 6-0, and your Wheaton College Thunder. Entering play tonight with a record of 3-3. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Maroons. In goal, wearing #1, a senior from Lone Tree, Colorado, Hill Bonin. #3, a sophomore from Austin, Texas, Sam Drablos. #6, a junior from Holland, Michigan, Nico Capitasto. #8, a senior from Columbus, Indiana, Andre Abedian. #9, a junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Max Lopez. #10, a junior from Santa Monica, California, Matthew Coe. #13, a freshman from Bella Quinded, Pennsylvania, Isaiah Holquist. #17, a sophomore from New York, New York, Dio Adelason. #19, a senior from Vestavia Hills, Alabama, Stacy Ryman. #27, a freshman from Austin, Texas, Carter Romero. And #30, a freshman from Jonesboro, Tennessee, Scott Lick. The Maroons are coached by Mike Bast. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. In goal, wearing #32, a freshman from Kalamazoo, Michigan, Hasten Biddlecombe. senior from Glendale, Arizona, Drew Shea. Number 6, a sophomore from Eagan, Minnesota, Chad Miller. Number 9, a junior from Winchester, Virginia, Andrew Wade. Number 12, a junior from St. Charles, Illinois, Tyler Robbins. Number 18, a freshman from Cornelius, North Carolina, A.J. Moyes. Number 21, a senior from Wheaton, Illinois, Max Carey. Number 22, a sophomore from Hawthorne, New Jersey, Will Woodfin. Number 23, a freshman from Burlington, Iowa, Justin Hill. Number 25, a sophomore from Houston, Texas, Jack Stradinger. And number 27, a junior from Pacifica, California, Io Agunbiati. The Thunder are coached by Jake DeClute. At this time, we ask that you please rise and gentlemen remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back here at Joe Bean Stadium, just moments away from kickoff. And Seth, we talked about this very briefly before, but this is a Thunder team that truly does believe that they got a shot at knocking off the #1 team in the nation tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking to some guys just around school. You could just tell that they were confident. And it wasn't a fake confidence in any way. It was a true confidence that they think that they can really give this UChicago a run, give this UChicago team a run for their money in this game tonight.
Yeah, and if it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to happen here at Joe Bean Stadium. The Thunder are 35-20 here since the stadium opened at the start of the 2000 season. And if you're going to knock off the #1 team in the nation, you're going to do it against your home crowd. Personally, I was a little worried that there wasn't going to be a huge crowd due to it being a midweek game, and oftentimes we don't see a whole lot of people here for midweek game, but there's a pretty solid student section. You heard them make some noise during the introductions.
Yeah, exactly, and you know how much an effect the student section can have in games like this, these midweek games. Students can really throw the other team off of their game. The noise that they make and the noise that they bring is instrumental in a handful of the wins that we've had so far this year.
Yeah, and that's something that you see almost every game that the Thunder score, where the first goal scored, that player immediately runs to the section just to the left of the stands on your screen and almost do a Lambeau Leap-esque jump up towards the front row. So it will be Lopez, the leading scorer for the Maroons, getting ready to kick things off of midfield. Seth, as you mentioned, 8 goals already on this young season.
Yeah, exactly. The back line, which looks to be comprised of Tyler Robbins, Jack Stradinger, Justin Hill, and Chad Miller, new to the starting lineup, is going to really want to know where he is at all times and make sure that he's not getting chances, especially easy chances.
And immediately the Maroons try to play it deep. Near side with it is Coe. Coe tries to play it in, intercepted by Wade, and he will take no chances and clear it out towards midfield. Capitosto with it, intercepted by Carey. Moyes going to reset with Wade. Wade centers this ball. Agumbiade tries to send it through the middle, looking for Moyes. Now up top, looking for Lopez, and he'll play this one down towards the corner. And it will be chased down, and that will go off the sideline. Good fight by Lopez to keep that from being a goal kick and force the Thunder with a long throw deep in their defensive zone.
And I think Wheaton knows that this UChicago team is going to be extremely well coached and extremely well disciplined. So it'll be important that Wheaton keeps their own discipline and stays patient throughout the game, doesn't get antsy early on, trying to get that initial goal to start the game off, but remaining patient, pick out passes, and just string together combinations.
And the Maroons trying to play this one quick downfield, but the ref's going to call that one back. And a trend that we've seen the past couple games, I think the past 2 or 3, is Drew Shea, who in the first 2 or 3 games of the season saw starting at that right back position where Chad Miller is right now. But recently, we've seen him up top at that right side forward. That's Coach DeClute trying to utilize that speed that Shea has.
Yeah, exactly. He's a versatile player who's got a lot of speed and can play in a lot of different positions. Did a good job on the back line, but Coach DeClute decided, let's give him a shot on the outside.
So a long ball into the box. Biddlecombe is going to let that one skip past the face of the goal off to the right for a goal kick. You can't say enough about Biddlecombe coming into the season as a freshman and getting the starting job in preseason. We haven't seen anybody else start a game in goal for the Thunder yet this year.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing a great job so far this year in his freshman year. You can tell that he's composed and patient back there and doesn't get nervous in dangerous situations.
And a dangerous situation here for the Maroons. This is Adeosun pressing forward, but giving chase and keeping that one from being a corner is Stradinger knocking that one away, then clearing it off the sideline. It will be a Maroon throw.
And Adeosun is the other UChicago forward that Wheaton is going to want to really lock up tonight. He's got 7 assists on the season, so he's a lethal distributor, has at least an assist in every game so far this year. So they're not going to want to give him much space to pick out passes and find guys through.
Babedian with it, tries to send it near side, looking for Coe. Stepping up is Robbins. And Robbins cuts back, gets tripped up by Coe, and it will be a Thunder free kick.
And you can tell right away that UChicago is just an incredibly well-structured team. They're communicating well. Their back line is shouting at each other, telling each other what to do. They move as a unit.
And this one headed up into the box. The Thunder almost had an opportunity, but that one skips over the head of Shea off the deflection. So a pretty well drawn up spot for the Thunder there from past midfield, almost getting Shea a chance inside the box.
Yeah, really good move there. Ty Robbins with a nice ball right to the head of the target forward that finds Drew Shea over the top. Just a bit of a misread from Drew Shea.
And there's going to be, not sure if it was a foul or an offsides flag up, but Coe's going to be whistled, and it will be a free kick for the Thunder. So Biddlecombe getting ready to send this one away. Drops it short to Stradinger. Stradinger looking for Moyes across midfield. Intercepted by Capatasto.
Moyes is a player who's come into this Wheaton program and has made an immediate impact as a freshman. Got his first career goal a couple games ago, and it just really played well up in that midfield and a little bit of a center forward position.
Wade drops this one back to Robbins. A little miscommunication there between Robbins and Carey. And the Thunder with an opportunity. That's Biddlecombe coming out. Good aggressive keeping from the freshman, not giving Lopez a chance anywhere inside that box.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell right off the bat that these UChicago forwards are incredibly quick. They've got serious pace, and they're going to really put a lot of pressure on this Wheaton back line and try to force them to make mistakes.
Yeah, and there you see more pressure as Biddlecombe is just forced to play this one off the near side. It will be a UChicago throw. This one sent across the face of the goal by Abedian. Thunder throw now coming. 5.5 minutes into this one. UChicago with most of the possession so far, not able to convert any of that into chances. Now centering ball is to Gumbiade. Wade with time. He's going to play this one through, looking up top for Woodfin. And now UChicago. Carey comes flying in. And it's going to be a goal kick, no deflection.
It looks like Wheaton is going a little bit more attack-minded in this game. It appears as if they almost have two strikers set, going with Max Carey and AJ Moyes up top, and then Will Woodfin and Drew Shea kind of playing winger positions with Gumbiade and Andrew Wade dropping back a bit as defensive central midfielders.
Gumbiade heads this one up in the air. Lopez giving a run, chips this one up. And that one doesn't miss by much.
Yeah, a really nice chance right there. You can just tell from that chance that Lopez has a really nice touch. Was very composed as Biddlecombe was bearing down on him, and had the presence of mind to finesse that towards the net on a chip. Didn't miss by much.
Yeah, and with, like you said, Biddlecombe bearing down, and Biddlecombe not a small dude, especially not by soccer standards, standing at 6'1", 190 pounds. Looks a little sturdier than that. There's a chance he's put on weight since being on campus, but it's impressive that Lopez was able to have the presence of mind to even attempt a chip like that with a man of Biddlecombe's stature bearing down on him. Maroon throw, drop back. Adeosun trying to push forward to Lopez. Lopez sends this one looking for Coe. Woodfin far side for Shea. Shea leaves it expecting Miller to be running up behind him, but nobody there, and it will be another maroon throw.
And I think it'll be important for Wheaton to really be mindful as to how they go after their chances today. I think counterattacks are going to be a big part of their offense, as this UChicago back line has only given up 3 goals on the year so far. So they're very good in defending. I think catching them off guard is going to be a really good opportunity for Wheaton to get on the score sheet early on in this game.
Miller tries to poke that one back, but it's intercepted by Romero. Romero once again. Trying to work forward. Is Gumbiade taking it away from him. And that will be a throw-in on the far side for the Thunder. Miller to take this one. Bouncing ball through the midfield. The Maroons will control. Now looking near side. Robbins rises up, gets a head on it. But that one can't be controlled in bounds. So Maroons throw, Lick to take it. And nothing doing for Coe down near side corner, so it'll be a goal kick.
We've seen on a handful of occasions of throw-ins and dead ball free kicks that UChicago likes to work very quickly when they get a chance, like a throw-in or a free kick. More often than not, they've taken it very quickly, trying to catch this Wheaton team off guard. Wheaton needs to remain focused and concentrated and not have any mental lapses today if they hope to compete.
And Stradinger with a nice recovery as he battles with Lick. A Thunder throw. It'll be Woodfin. And he drops this one down. Robbins steps up. Robbins has Carey, but he can't head that one behind. Lick to throw this one in. He has Adeosun. Woodfin with it, centering ball to Carey. Carey with a nice move to just kind of redirect that one right behind him, but Moyes was a few steps past. Wade takes it away from Lopez. Cheeky move from Wade there to get that one inside.
Andrew Wade's got some good individual ability on the ball. Often will wow us with shows of tricky footwork.
That was a good possession from Coe. Just trying to slide that one in for Lopez, but too strong. And Biddlecombe ends up with it. That one cleared off the far side. UChicago to throw it. Chip looking over the top. Adeosun with it, drops it back, and a good recovery from Agumbiade to poke it to the far side of the box.
And you can tell that this maroon side really does a nice job of linking up with one another. They're very in sync. It almost seems like they know exactly where their teammates are going to go on each ball that they play. It's like they're reading each other's minds.
Now that would be something. I mean, there's a reason they're the #1 team in the nation. They're showing it, absolutely dominating possession through these first 12 minutes or so. The Thunder, however, with some space here. Moyes has a lot of speed as he works forward. Now Woodfin. Back to Moyes. And a great defensive effort there. That was Abedian getting his foot in there and taking away from Moyes. Wade looks far side for Shea. Headed back into the box looking for Carey. Carey fires a shot, then gets tripped up. No whistle, and that one will roll harmlessly to Bonin.
Yeah, this was a really nice ball from Andrew Wade all the way across the field to switch it. Drew Shea, you can see it on the Realty Executives replay. Drew Shea redirects it very well with a head to the foot of Max Carey, and Max Carey gets a little bit nudged off the ball and gets a foot on it, but isn't able to get much behind it as it rolled right to the keeper.
Adeosun going the other way for the Maroons. Plays it near side. This is Lopez. Lopez works into the box, fires a shot, blocked immediately by Robbins. Now Adeosun looking in, and then once again blocked down. Another shot. That one, Woodfin wears it. Had some pace on it. And you love seeing that. 3 shots from the Maroons, all 3 blocked immediately by that Thunder back line.
Yeah, exactly. The Thunder back line was up for the task on that last attack move. And you can just tell UChicago just really knows how to strike a soccer ball. I mean, they just really got some power behind each one of those. They got their knee over the ball, their foot planted, and got some really nice contact.
Adeosun pushing forward once again. This time Lopez in the center, plays it near side Coe. Coe right back into the middle, and once again Stradinger gets his foot in there to disrupt things. Coe with it. Lopez fires a shot. Biddlecombe gets his body on it. Can't control, but that one's cleared out. And it will be a UChicago throw.
And as we just said, we see it again. Lopez with a incredible strike right at the chest of Biddlecombe. Biddlecombe not able to corral it just because of the knuckle effect that he was able to put on that.
The one looking for Adeosun inside the box, but cleared out of danger. Carey tries to find Shea streaking down the far sideline, but it's Shea a few steps back. And it will be another UChicago throw. They're half of midfield.
And as the game progresses, I think it's going to be important for Wheaton not to adapt their game to try to match this UChicago pace, but rather to continue to play the game that they have been coached to play and that they know that they can play.
They're waiting on the throw from the Maroons. Hill with it. Shea and Agumbiade trying to link up with a 1-2. That one too strong off of Gumbiade's touch. An advantage play here for UChicago. This is Lick with it. Sends this one into the box. Headed down across the face of the goal. That one didn't miss by much, but Biddlecombe tracking it the whole way.
Another really nice chance for Lopez. You can see it here on the Realty Executives replay. A beautiful ball in from Lick, curling right to the head of Lopez, who just misdirects it, but he had the right idea, trying to go far post and low to beat the keeper.
Yeah, back across the momentum of Biddlecombe there.
Yeah, exactly. As Biddlecombe sees the cross coming in, he moves the way of the ball, and Lopez has the presence of mind to redirect it in the opposite direction, as you said, Nate.
Co-possessing right in front of the box. Did that catch Kapitanek, or was that the ref? Wade now with it for the Thunder. Plays it forward to Carey. Carey steps up. And a nice clearance over the shoulder from Holquist. This one played far side. Romero. Miller battling Romero. Romero turns the corner. Still has it, and finally Biddlecombe comes out to the edge of the 6 on the far side. I don't know how Romero possessed it that far inside.
Yeah, we can see it here right now on the Realty Executives replay. I think a situation in which Chad Miller would have been better to just contain Romero on the outside and not necessarily dive in. But Romero does a really nice job of getting past him to get a decent chance. Biddlecombe does a nice job of diving on that ball.
This one thrown long, looking for Coe. He can't control. Ends up with Lick. Shea misplays that one. Abediayo. Now centering ball has Capitosto. Abedian trying to push forward for the Maroons, but turns it over. And nice ball from Carey. Springs Moyes. Carey streaking into the box, and that one just not quite enough on it from Moyes to get through the defense.
It almost developed into a good chance there for Moyes, and part of that is because of UChicago's confidence in their back line. On the offensive attack, they bring forward one of their center backs to get involved in the distribution in the middle of the field, which does leave them susceptible to counterattacks. They did a good job there of getting back.
Now Woodfin plays it to Moyes, but Moyes can't get across the top of the 18. Disrupted by Capitosto, and now offsides is Lopez. Or no, it's going to be a foul called on Adeo-san.
Yeah, it looked like as he began to make his run, the runner knocked over center back Jack Stradinger. He was onside when the ball was played, but it looked like it was a foul that he called.
Yeah, and with the play being so far behind the head referee, the linesman taking control of that one. Now, a long ball played in. Carey gets ahead on it, but it takes a few deflections and bounces harmlessly to Bonin. Bonin throws it quickly forward to Coe. Slowed down by Woodfin. Wade intercepts. Moyes tries to play a no-look across to Carey. Capitosto ahead to Adeo-san. Shea recovers far side.
Shea doing a nice job there of just containing. He faked a little bit as if he was going to dive in, but really the whole time kept his weight under him and was able to stay right in front of his man.
Lick with it on the near side. Played forward, but Stradinger is there to take control.
Yeah, really nice job there from Jack Stradinger. Being able to read that pass in from Lick, looking for Lopez. Jack Stradinger, instead of letting Lopez receive with him on his back, does a really nice job coming out of nowhere around him and cutting that ball out.
So a Thunder throw coming as Woodfin was a little slow to get up after a collision with Lick. Robbins will send this one in. Intercepted by Abedian, then deflected out of bounds. The Maroons with another throw. And Lopez with an ambitious spot there on the throw where he tried to take it at least 10 yards ahead of where it actually went out of play.
I think one thing the Thunder ought to be wary of is not allowing their forwards, Max Carey and AJ Moyes, to get too disconnected from the rest of the shape. There's been a few times they've been pushed up pretty far. It's important that they stay back and help as much as possible in creating offensive progression.
Lick trying to press forward, gets deflected, and now cleared off the body of Adeo-san. And we'll see Will Woodfin enter the game, or Peter Whalen enter the game. Coming in far side, looks like Drew Shea will get a rest.
Yeah, Peter Whalen doing a nice job so far in his sophomore year, being a nice option off of the bench as a target forward, doing a really good job of distributing and finding his players as he receives the ball up top.
To another throw for the Thunder after the deflection. Robbins takes this one a little quicker to Kapitanuk. And now will be a Maroon throw. Thunder just didn't look ready to play that one. This one sent in to Abedian. He resets far side. That's Holquist. Capitasto. Lopez plays it near side for Coe. Coe sends this one inside to Adeo-san. Adeo-san cuts back to his left. Good overlap from Coe. Can't get a shot off. Romero plays it down into the corner. Capitasto with it. Intercepted by Wade. And now a foul called here. I think that's going to be on Capitasto. Came barreling through right before playing that ball into the box and collided with Hill.
Yeah, it looks almost like a charge in basketball.
Players out of control, charging down the lane. This one sent downfield looking near side for Woodfin. Gets hung up and Lick will get ahead on it. Robbins gets it to Woodfin now. Coe with it. And Robbins with a really good defensive play, but he's going to be whistled for a push in the back of Coe.
Yeah, that was a pretty close. Definitely made contact with the player, but not necessarily sure if it merited a foul.
And a long ball played in. Lopez got his head on it, but couldn't direct it on goal. And we'll see Austin Pack enter the game for the Thunder. Biddlecombe getting set to send this one away. Pack gets ahead on it. Played over the top by Droblos. And an opportunity there, not on frame from Lopez, as Biddlecombe came flying out towards him. And Hill was the one providing the defense.
Yeah, really dangerous ball right to the top of the 18. Really well weighted in a place where it didn't really necessarily bounce right to Biddlecombe's hands. He had to come out and contest it, and Lopez was able to get a decent foot on it.
Capatanuk directs that one off the body of Lick and out of bounds. So a throw-in coming for the Thunder. 19.5 minutes to play in the first half. Still scoreless here at Joe Bean Stadium. So that in and of itself a positive thing for this Thunder defense against a Maroons team that's averaging 4.1 goals per game.
Yeah, exactly. They score a lot, this Maroons team. Really positive thing to be through the first 25 minutes without really a significant chance. Maybe one or two so far.
And what looked like may have been an opportunity for the Maroons, Romero caught about a step off sides, making his run. It was a nice ball in. Romero had only Biddlecombe to beat had he been able to stay on. But a good step up by the Thunder back line to force Romero out of position.
Yeah, and you know that Chicago, as good of a team as they are, most likely does not become susceptible to offsides calls all that often. So that's a testament to the Wheaton back line staying linked and compact and in line with one another.
And now the Thunder with an opportunity. Carey carrying it forward, sets up, fires a shot with the left foot, and that one just over the crossbar. Carey with a rocket of a left foot. That one would have been a major challenge for Hill Bonin, and you can see on the Realty Executives replay, Carey saw his shot, sent it back towards that far side post, looking upper 90, and he didn't miss by much.
Yeah, really incredible effort staying on the ball while being nudged off of it. Is able to find enough space to get a shot on target. And as you said, Nate, really well struck just over the crossbar.
And as we prepared for the goal kick, A.J. Moyes came off for the Thunder as Josh Green came in. The captains for this Thunder squad in the 2017 season is playing more of a bench role in the past 4 games. And we saw him score over the weekend for the Thunder as a part of a 2-0 win against Luther. Came off the bench in the first half and put one away.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's doing really well as kind of a super sub role. Started a few games to begin the year and now coming off the bench with fresh legs later in the game. I think it's a nice role for him on the wing.
Yeah, and that's going to be a whistle for a dangerous play by Adeosun of the Maroons. Because he was just sitting on the ball trying to get his legs tangled up with Wade's. This one headed up in the air by Whalen. Carey gets a head on it now, but nobody on the other end for the Thunder. Wade trying to control.
Release, boys, come on! We gotta move it!
Intercepted by Robbins as he steps forward. Green keeps that one in bounds for the moment. And Lick will play that off the near side. And after a pretty slow start from the Thunder, which is something we're getting used to seeing more and more, unfortunately, they have started to possess more against this University of Chicago side, and now they'll earn themselves a corner.
Corner kick.
Yeah, exactly. I think after being out here for 30 minutes, they know their feelings from before the game have been confirmed that they really can hang with this number 1 in the country Chicago side. They know that they are right with them through these first 30 minutes.
And Wade sends this one in, headed out, handled by Capatanuk. Adeosun poked that one away as Robbins tried to play it back across. Green with it. Centering ball to Capatanuk. All the way across to Miller now. And Capatanuk's going to fire one from distance, but that misses off to the right side, and we'll get a plethora of subs. We'll see Gary Zhao. We'll see Josh Schofield. We'll see Nate Johnson. And we'll see Panos Vulgaris for the Maroons as you get another look at the attempt from Capatanuk.
Yeah, I think a good thought there from Capatanuk. A bit of a ways outside the 18, but I think had too much space to not give it a go. And he got some good contact on it, just not necessarily the right direction.
Yeah, you'd like to see that one on frame with, as you said, the amount of space that he had. For the Thunder, we also saw Misker Wingate come onto the field to give Max Carey a break with inside 15 minutes to play in the first half. A deflection near the top of the 18 almost gave Coe an opportunity, but now the Thunder pushing ahead with Wade. He'll play this one looking down to the corner, but Whalen a couple steps behind.
In that situation, just stop and run.
And you hear Coach DeClute coaching up Wingate down right below us here in the press box.
Exactly, a nice ball from Andrew Wade, well weighted to the corner. With the UChicago back line doing a nice job of shielding the ball out before Peter Whalen could reach it.
Bonin sends this one downfield, booming kick. Handled by Coe. Now played inside for Zhao. Schofield looking into the box, headed on, and a goal. Oh my.
A really incredible goal from the man that we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. You can see it now on the Realty Executives replay. A nice ball back to number 12, Josh Schofield. Perfectly right at the penalty spot for a diving header to Max Lopez. Shades of Robin Van Persie from the 2012 World Cup.
See, I would get mad at you for that reference, except for the fact that that was the 9th goal of the season, just 7 games for Max Lopez. So I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, he's absolutely on a tear. And you can tell why. An incredibly gifted central striker.
Tommy Tenuta. The Chicago goal, his 9th of the year, number 9, Max Lopez.
And now we'll see another substitution. Tommy Tenuta entering the game for the Maroons. He comes in for Matthew Coe.
And those are the kind of goals where if the opposing team is able to do something like that, you almost just have to give them some applause and, move on and try to get the next one. I mean, that's just an incredible
what else
play.
can you do there except tip your cap to Lopez? I mean, he came flying in from a standing position, went fully parallel to the ground in midair, and put an incredibly powerful head back across Biddlecombe's body. The Thunder trying to push back here, though. This ball sent in, looking far side. Wingate controls briefly. And he's going to get called for a dangerous play as he lost his footing and the ball got kind of dribbled into him.
Yeah, it looked like they may have called a handball on that one. I think he was just on the ground and it might have gotten a little bit of his forearm, but it definitely would have been a good chance. He had some space and would have had a chance to put it on net.
So Bonin sends this one away, but this will tail out on the near side for a Thunder throw. Robbins stepping up to send this one in. Has Pack. Pack trying to control, battling with Tenuta. And that will be a Thunder throw.
I think if you're Wheaton coming in against #1 team in the country, you almost expect something like that to happen in this game. You know how talented this team is, and you expect to have very impressive shows of individual ability. The important thing is to know how to respond, to know that you're not out of this game. There's still 56 minutes left in this game, plenty of time to get one in before the half and then let the second half play out.
And Robbins with a nice cut Pack gets in front of Tenuta. Now plays it near side for Wingate, but he can't control it. Will be a Maroons throw in their defensive third. Trying to send this one over the top. Lopez gets a head on it. It's back to Stradinger. Pack gets it over looking for Wingate. Ball still bouncing around as Tenuta chases it down. Pack with it. Back to Hill. And that will be deflected out of play. And a Thunder throw, last touch. Now long throw looking for Pack on the far sideline, working down into the corner. UChicago possessing on the far side. Miller gets in between that one. Now centering ball, Wade plays it forward, looking for Whalen. Lopez wins it, drops it back to Johnson. Back on the far side. Droblos. All the way back to Ryman. Forward for Johnson. That one intercepted by Wade. Wingate gets ahead on it. And Robbins will let that one roll out in front of him for a Thunder throw.
There's a handful of times in the last few minutes in which Wheaton has started to move forward and get a bit of an offensive development going, and just a few too many missed touches.
Yeah, just like that one we saw right there where Wingate played it right to the foot of Capitasto.
Yeah, exactly, and it just kind of kills the momentum and ruins the offensive movement forward. It's important to stay focused and try to string together as many passes to feet as possible.
And it almost looks like the Thunder are trying to get too cute with it. They're trying to do these fancy jump passes, and they can just play something simple and control. They're trying to go everything one touch.
Yeah, exactly. One touch can be effective, but when it amounts to a lot of no-look passes off of the heel, it isn't always a high percentage try.
A long ball played towards the top of the box, looking for Lopez, who directs that one towards Biddlecombe. And that was lucky for the freshman Hill that he didn't get whistled and give the Maroons a penalty kick.
Yeah, a bit of a dangerous play coming in, jumping on the back of Lopez. If he goes down, that's most likely a penalty kick right there.
And a long ball played forward, but a foul's going to be called, or deflection rather, so it will be a Thunder throw. Still waiting on the spot, or somebody from the Thunder to come up to take it, rather. Stradinger will be the one. Plays it short to Robbins, right back to him. Whalen with a nice lead to Pack, and a beautiful ball through. An opportunity for the Thunder as Whalen cuts back, now fires a shot, deflected at the source. And that will go out of play, a Thunder throw.
I see the thought there from Peter Whalen, looking to get something going with a shot outside the 18, but he had players coming in behind him to create an offensive development. I think a bit hasty with the shot there.
And a good job by Hill coming across to send that one away from Lopez. And now we will see Bryce Millington enter the game in place of Max Lopez.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give Lopez a rest for the last 6 minutes. He's been flying all over the field the last 40 minutes. And obviously had that incredible goal, but outside of that, a handful of other good chances throughout this first half.
The ball played into the box, headed up in the air, and now out. This one cleared out towards Schofield. Johnson with it, drops it back to Newton. And now finally the Thunder do clear it, with Schofield looking to press right back ahead. And now That'll be Green sending that one way downfield. Whelan will have a one-on-one here with Ryman, and Ryman gets ahead on that one back towards Bonin.
At first it appeared as if it was going to be a potential chance for Whelan, but a nice job there from Ryman to have the presence of mind just to head it back to his keeper and make it a non-issue. Chicago does a really nice job of timing up runs with their wingers who are playing long balls. They make eye contact with the player with the ball and then start their run. The player with the ball notices this and plays very nice long balls. And they've been doing that throughout this half.
Stradinger plays this one ahead. Pack to control. Wade drops it back to Robbins. Once again inside to Pack. And a nice ball down the near side for Wingate. And that will be a UChicago throw. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Ryman plays it back to Droblos. Now long ball as Robbins gets a head on it. To Newton. Does keep that one in bounds. It's a nice play. And a really good tackle from Robbins. Now long ball played over the top. Whelan giving chase. Ryman trying to body him up. And it will be a Thunder throw from the near side, but first a handful of substitutions. We'll see Copeland, Versage, and Gwynn enter for the Thunder. All three subs that we aren't used to seeing here in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of players who generally get in near the end of games, getting some late first half action.
This one dropped back to Versage. Copeland tries to send this one into the box, looking for Gwynn, in fact. Kapitanek with it, drops this one back to Hill. Hill tries to chip this one towards the 18, but not quite enough there. And now this will be dropped all the way back to Biddlecombe. And Biddlecombe will send this way downfield. Makes its way back to Stradinger. And a clearance from Stradinger. Seemed as if that one was going to make it up back to the train tracks behind us.
Exactly. For a second, I thought we were going to take one off the face, Nate.
Don't want that.
We can't have that.
Can't have that. We got to be on camera later. Pack making his way through the Maroons' defense. Plays a centering ball to Gwynn. Drop back to Versage. Now Miller. Inside to Pack. Looking for Gwynn. Had Miller on a run just a few steps away. But instead it will be a Thunder throw as we come in towards the final minute of the first half. And a nice touch from Pack. Gets it to Kapitanek.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Has tons of space to work with as he moves forward. Kapitanek with some space. Inside to Pack. Gwynn, but nothing on that one. And Bonin will just pick that up after taking a few touches with his feet.
I think one difference to note in this first half, this is probably more of a compliment to Chicago than it is a knock to Wheaton, but you can just tell a difference in just the touch and the crispness of first touches from either team. Chicago does a really nice job of controlling the ball, receiving passes, and putting the ball in a place to maneuver it very easily on their first touch.
And a nice move from Pack to get through the defense. Plays it far side. This is Green. moving to his left, has a shot, but that one blocked down immediately. For the Thunder, still pushing ahead here as Hill plays this one in. But that'll do it for the first half as the clock runs out. Your score after 45 minutes, the University of Chicago Maroons 1, the Wheaton Thunder 0. We'll take a quick break for halftime, but be back on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network after this. I'm Nate Stein for Seth Meyers. Stay right here.
Abby Yoder. I grew up here in Wheaton, and I transferred to Wheaton College because I wanted to be in a place that would shape me as a learner and as a Christ follower. For me, one of the best parts of Wheaton was my time spent at Honey Rock, Wheaton's campus in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, where students can take classes, serve as camp counselors, and be developed as leaders. Honey Rock was a great place for me to grow in my faith, live out my sense for adventure, and form lifelong friendships. Whether it's Honey Rock or one of the many other ways to connect on campus, I'm excited to help you get a vision for life here at Wheaton.
At the heart of the Wheaton College mission are Wheaton College students. The young men and women God has called to our campus for education, apprenticeship, and discipleship. Students whose minds and hearts the living Christ has entrusted us to prepare for kingdom service that transforms the world. Whether they are called to the classroom or the boardroom, whether they serve impoverished communities in Africa or grace the concert halls of Europe, whether they preach from the pulpit or confess Christ in the coffee shop, Wheaton students are at the forefront of Christian leadership, growing families and building communities, using their knowledge and faith in service to the church and the world. Today's Wheaton students stand on the shoulders of many faithful servants who have gone before, a great cloud of witnesses whose testimonies challenge us all to give the love of Jesus Christ to a world with needs that will not wait. Now I invite you to join us in a comprehensive campaign to make every student's Wheaton education more remarkable, more relevant, and more reachable, not only today, but also for generations to come. When you join us in supporting Wheaton's From the Heart for the Kingdom capital campaign, you invest in a liberal arts education that is rare and precious. Together we will build on our commitment to academic excellence, grounded in the person and work of Jesus Christ, carried out in state-of-the-art facilities and encompassing the full spectrum of the arts and sciences. Together we will empower each student to articulate a clear, biblical, and personal understanding of vocation, providing the tools that kingdom servants need to fulfill their God-given callings. We will expand student access to diverse and deeply enriching learning opportunities on campus and beyond, preparing them to address the complexities of a globally connected world. Together, we will enable students of all social, racial, economic, and geographic backgrounds to flourish by keeping a Wheaton College education affordable and providing not only a warm welcome, but also a true home for every qualified Christian student. Now, more than ever, Wheaton College depends on you, loyal alumni, parents, and friends, to support the capacious vision of learning for all of life that is at the heart of Christian liberal arts education. This rare and precious endeavor requires extraordinary engagement from kingdom-minded Christians who champion Wheaton's mission to prepare young leaders who have a passionate commitment to live from the heart for the kingdom.
We are back for our 65 reunion.
Class of 1955.
Class years 1965
and 1985. 85.
Diane and I were roommates our sophomore year.
I sang in the men's glee club my freshman year.
I was in the first ROTC class that was commissioned in June 6th of 1955.
It's very interesting just chatting with any classmate, how quickly you come up with a connection, either someone that you know, and then just to review memories. I think that's one of the fun things about being here now, and that we didn't know back then. We were right classmates.
We were in each other's wedding.
Yeah, we were in each other's wedding.
I waited 3 weeks after graduation to get married. How long?
The next year.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in chapel when Dr. Edmond had his detached retinas. He was the president, and he had bilateral detached retinas. And he had to have his both eyes covered for a month. So after being, blinded for a month with these patches, he came, and it was one of the first days he had these patches off, and he preached. And he preached on a verse in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 61. And it basically went, "Never doubt in the darkness what God has shown you in the light." And it was such a dramatic thing given what he had come from. And so that's one of the chapel memories, among others, But that's one that I think about often.
I look back on sure you do. Grateful for our time here. And grateful for the friends we've made and the contacts, and now to get their stories. It's always such an encouragement, isn't it?
Yeah, for us, Wheaton is a big family, and we belong to it, and that's really special.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. When I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
Welcome back to Joe Bean Stadium here on campus at Wheaton College. Once again, I'm Nate Stein alongside Seth Meyer, and you are watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcasts. We are happy to welcome Eric Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family, and we extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcast. Second half, moments away here between the Thunder and the #1 University of Chicago Maroons, and literally not a whole lot going on in the first half. I mean, other than one of the most impressive goals I've ever seen at Joe Bean Stadium.
Yeah, you can see it right here on the Realty Executives replay. An unbelievable ball from Schofield right into the middle of the box. Max Lopez plays it perfectly and dives headfirst into it, redirecting it into the back of the net. Just an unbelievable goal. One of the best I've seen. And we've seen, yeah, exactly, yeah, Stein.
And that's
it's
something
unbelievable.
That's something that we were kind of chatting here during halftime, during the break, saying that's not something that you see in Division III soccer a whole lot.
No, exactly.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything that impressive. We've seen some goals from distance. We've seen some from 25, 30 yards out. We'll get another look at it. Just watch the degree of difficulty. Lopez backs up, takes a couple steps, completely lays out, and puts that one with power into the back corner. That's a high-level attack.
Yeah, and you cannot fail to mention the amazing ball from Schofield. I mean, as you said, Lopez backs up a little bit, and Justin Hill just looks like completely caught off guard. I mean, a beautiful rocket of a ball right to the head of Lopez. Almost nothing that the defense could do. And that's been the main difference so far in this game. Yeah, Chicago did have a little bit crisper possession, but Wheaton certainly hung with them for the most of the half outside of that goal. It'd be interesting to see if they can put one of their own in the second half.
And one thing to talk about is the fact that the Thunder are not by any means a first half team when it comes to offense. They've only got 2 goals in the first half in their entire season through, I guess, 7 first halves now. And those 2 goals came in the previous 2 games here at Joe Bean Stadium against Luther and Knox, both games that they won pretty handily, 3-0 and 2-0. So as we get going here in the second half, just keep in mind that the Thunder have 9 second half goals here on this young season. So this is really when we expect the Thunder to break out, and right away we see A.J. Moyes playing one into the box. Now he's got an opportunity, sends that one across, and a diving stop by Bonin. I was about to feel just really, really smart.
Yeah, you can see it here on the Realty Executives replay. Great hustle play from Moyes, trying to play a ball into Woodfin. an unbelievable outside of the foot curler. It almost looked as if he was trying to find Woodfin on the other end, but almost finds the back of the net. Forces Bonin to make an incredible save.
So the Thunder come out right away and press forward. And going back to that last possession for the Thunder where we saw Moyes get the shot on, I'd like to see him have a shot at it right on that first touch. When he tried to poke that one in a little bit farther into the 18, he was sitting at the top of the box. I'd like to see him have one with the left foot there. He had an opening, and it would have been a great way to set the tone.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree and thought the same thing when I saw that there was an opening aimed right at that bottom left corner. I thought he could have had one.
So we see Versage is out there for the Thunder to start off the second half. Pressing forward here is Coe. Possessing down into the corner, but cannot keep that off the end line. It will be a goal kick for the Thunder.
And another halftime adjustment is Austin Pack is in the starting lineup.
Biddlecombe plays this one short to Hill. Now Shea, who's back in his more natural position on the back line to start the second half. And it will be a Thunder free kick as Lopez and Hill got tangled up, and Lopez is whistled for the foul. So Hill with his head up, looking for somewhere to go with this one.
Yeah, and you could tell Hill there was really looking to try to play it short and just get something going, as you often see with free kicks, but absolutely no space given by Adeosun and Lopez, not allowing them any easy entry passes, forcing them almost to play it long, daring them to.
This one played in by Holquist. Now looking over the top and finding Romero. This one gets through. And Lopez had a really good opportunity at that one as that ball just kept bouncing through the Thunder back line.
Yeah, a couple of dangerous mishits there. The ball kind of almost settles in the box for a shot, but luckily gets skirted out.
Ryman now sending this one in, headed on, an amazing save by Biddlecombe, diving down to his left, another shot, but that one misses out wide.
Yeah, and I think we'll see it on the Realty Executives replay. An incredible initial save from Biddlecombe, a beautiful ball in to the head of, and an incredible save from Biddlecombe. Ball falls out to Lopez, who passes it over to Adeosun, who has most of the net to work with Biddlecombe on the ground, but misses to the left.
Now ball over the top, looking for Moyes, will get deflected, and it will be a Thunder throw. The Thunder getting set on the far side, trying to throw this one in long. Woodfin does. Headed across and then cleared out by Abedian. Robbins gets ahead on that, but just flicks it out of play. So a throw coming for the Maroons now as they press forward quickly. Adeosun plays it to the middle, looking to get across to Romero. Now get out to Holquist. Wade with it, battling with Romero. Intercepted by Adeosun. Now Bedian trying to send that one in. Wade wears it, and then Shea will clear that out to midfield and out of play. Carey got a foot on that one. Battling here with Dablos, but Dablos does a good job of shielding Carey off, and it will be a Maroons throw on the near side.
We mentioned that Austin Pack is starting in the second half. The player's gotten a good amount of time off the bench so far this year. I thought he had a really nice first half, really created a good number of chances for his forwards, creating from that center attacking position.
Yeah, and Pack, one of the players for this Thunder side that actually did a pretty good job in the first half of controlling the ball on the first touch. He kept it really close to his body, close to his foot, didn't let it get too squirrely around him.
He had a couple of nice ones where he kind of jumped in the air and directed it well.
So Biddlecombe rises up and corrals that ball off the deflection. A nice high ball played in from Holquist. You'll see on the Realty Executives replay.
A beautiful ball in from Coe. Lopez almost able to get a good head on it, but ball kind of bounces up into the hands of Biddlecombe. Biddlecombe does a good job of charging it when he needs to.
And Shea lets that one run all the way through.
Shea struggling a little bit to start this first half. Has had a couple of weaker passes and bad touches and mishits. I don't know if he's a bit uncomfortable switching around to different positions throughout this season.
Yeah, we saw Wade there possessing down towards the corner. Now Bedian with it, and he can't keep that one in play, and it will be a Thunder throw. They're going to take this one pretty quickly as Shea runs up. Sends it into Pack, and a high clearance back towards midfield.
Yeah, Droblos did not want anything to come of that ball in the box and just wanted to get it out as far as possible.
Shea tries to throw this one in towards Carey, but it gets cleared out. Now played forward to Lopez. Lopez trying to play one touch across. Nobody there on the receiving end for the Maroons. Versage plays this back. And again, the Thunder just not starting off this half very crisply. More passes, just nobody's there to receive them. Well, now they push forward. This is Stradinger. He fires a shot from distance, but that one well over the top of everything.
Yeah, this is a good move going forward from Stradinger. Plays a little give and go and gets the ball about 30 yards out or so. He has Pack running with him. Could have easily played a ball ahead of Pack to get something going closer. But kind of goes for the Hail Mary on that one and really doesn't put a good effort on it.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just drop that one to Pack. They're running almost even, but Pack more known for his playmaking ability with the ball on his foot. Stradinger, a really great central defender for the Thunder. But less touch when it comes to the attacking zones.
Yeah, exactly. I think there was an aspect of the adrenaline rushing as he was getting forward. He made a nice move and just got a little bit carried away trying to shoot from probably a little bit outside his range.
This one played short to Wade. Now Hill possessing. Has carry. Versage reverses the field. Woodfin with it. Plays Pack into the corner. Pack turns the corner, chips this one into the box, headed up in the air. Now Wade controlling. Looking for Moyes, but he gets stopped up, and now a clearance. This one we sent all the way back to Biddlecombe. As Wade, Abedian on his back. Plays into space far side. This is Robbins. Robbins has the speed. Now Woodfin plays it over to Carey. Carey cuts to his left. Fires a left-footed shot on the ground, but that one gets deflected. Woodfin, however, finds it. And now the Thunder will reset. This will be Versage. Hill. And now we're seeing a good possession from the Thunder, connecting on passes, starting it off easy as Pack gets it into Woodfin. Now a ball headed. But overall good pressure there, although it didn't amount to many chances.
Yeah, really good bit of combination play from the Thunder side there on that last progression forward. Definitely stringing passes together a little bit better.
And switching fields 4 or 5 times throughout that, I like seeing that because we talked about this in the first half, but this is a very structured UChicago team. But that doesn't mean they don't all get sucked to one half of the field, because you saw in the reversal, Carey had 2 guys to beat once he received the ball pretty much even with the 18. He was able to cut in and fire a shot. It got blocked down, but he got a good look at it.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a system that's as structured as UChicago, their defense moves very well together as a unit. Therefore, you must move the ball around from side to side in order to find openings and get chances to move the ball forward and play the ball in.
1-2 attempt there from Wade and Carey, and that will be cleared out, and a Thunder throw coming. They look better here in the second half already. It started a little sloppy in the first few minutes, but after about 10 minutes of play, 12 minutes of play, they look pretty solid. Wade tries to take the end line, but that one will be cleared out. Lopez plays this one over the top. Coe was 4 or 5 steps offside, no whistle though. And he sends that one across the face of the goal. Nothing doing there, but I don't know how the far side linesman doesn't have his flag up on there.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't see where Coe was standing when the ball was played, but me and Nate clearly saw it at half field. He was clearly 4 or 5 steps offside, and
it wasn't close.
The assistant linesman did not call anything. We've been incredibly lucky not to see a goal there. Probably a case of ball don't lie, Nate.
Romero plays that one across looking for Coe, and yes, I think that's exactly right. The Rasheed Wallace rule.
Yeah,
going back to its roots. Johnson plays it centering to Abedian. A ball chipped in, and Biddlecombe will take it on the short hop. Pack plays that one far side. Gets it through somehow. But Abedian ends up with it. And good pressure from the Thunder attack forces Droblos to just play that one out of bounds. Carey throws it in quick. Wade with it. Wade trying to play Moyes into space in the corner. And Moyes with a nice physical battle down low, and he will earn the Thunder a corner.
Yeah, dramatic shift in the action right there. An incredible play right there by Moyes to meg the defender and force a corner kick, but a dramatic shift in the play. UChicago starting to look a little bit sloppy and out of sorts.
Wade plays this one in. It gets headed out to Shea. Plays it back down to Wade in the corner. And Wade will earn another corner for the Thunder as that ball deflects out of play.
We saw in the first half, Chicago came out and looked nearly flawless on the ball. Crisp passes, beautiful touches. And now they're starting to lose that a little bit, maybe fatigue kicking in a bit.
Wade looking far side. That one gets headed out. Now sent back across, but nobody there for the Thunder. Shea will now control. Tries to cut into space, and there will be a whistle. And Bonin, pretty incredulous, standing in net with his arms spread out. And it's going to be a Deosan called for the foul there. So a pretty good spot for the Thunder here. Stradinger and Wade surround the ball. But now Stradinger will step off. Robbins looks like the lone man back. Stradinger plays this one short to Wade. Now ball in, looking for Woodfin, but too strong. He can't get a foot on the receiving end. So we'll see a few subs. We'll see Capitasto and Lick re-enter for the Maroons.
I think a smart set piece there. Stradinger playing the ball to Wade, immediately playing it back to him. I think those short balls on a free kick really force the defense to make a decision whether to push back or to push up and force the issue. Playing it right back in, kind of, there's a little bit of sleight of hand going on there, freaking out the defense.
So bicycle clearance for the Thunder as the ball still bouncing around with nobody controlling. And now a ball played down to the corner. Woodfin streaking in. Dablos is there. And Woodfin's going to be whistled for a common foul down in the corner. Dablos a little slow to get up, but nothing too malicious there.
Yeah, from a distance, it was difficult to tell whether Woodfin got ball first. He certainly slid in and kind of tried to curl around Babalos' body. Didn't look like he went through him, but more around him. Yeah. Certainly not meriting a yellow card, but...
No, and the head referee never looked like he was running in with the intention of a yellow. I think mostly just to make sure there were no extracurriculars in a pretty aggressive tackle from Woodfin. Lopez takes the throw quickly, but the Thunder are able to corral and clear it. A collision on the far side. And you hear the fans over in the Thunder student section who this foul occurred right in front of, getting a little into this one.
Yeah, exactly. Will Woodfin on the receiving end and on the distributing end of a foul there, really getting all over the field and playing physical right now.
The Maroons trying to control. Stradinger takes it across the far side and clears this one out. Abedian gives this one up as Pack and Wade combine to provide some pressure. And Albia Deosan called for another foul and a little bit of extracurriculars, and now the Thunder sideline getting a little fired up. We've seen Deosan do something like that after the whistle a few times, whether it be flicking the ball away or just standing in front and not letting the Thunder play it quickly. A good amount of gamesmanship involved there. Carey with it. Drops it back to Hill. Stradinger turns that one over. It's Lopez, but then Stradinger makes up for it by staying between him and Co.
Yeah, and those are the mistakes that Wheaton really has to avoid in the second half. Those are the kind of errors that can lead to an easy goal. You got to be extra careful to know where your pass is going and that you have an open lane.
This one dropped back to Shea and then played in one touch. Carey controls, powers through the defense, and he gets tripped up and gains a free kick. And now we'll see a stoppage of play and a booking. That's Capitosco saying something to the ref after the whistle to earn himself a yellow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looked like. It didn't look like the foul would merit a yellow card. He must have said something to the ref after the whistle. Capitosco, a beautiful physical play from Max Carey, just running right through that ball. Exactly how they coach you to do. Not trying to corral it with the feet, but using the chest and shoulders just to run right through it and knock it down in front of you.
So the official ruling is actually going to be Droblos, number 3, getting the yellow. It looked like Capitosco was the player closest to the ref and whom the referee pointed at. But and it will be 6.
Correction, the yellow card goes to Chicago's number 6.
Should have never doubted myself. Never trust Rusty on the PA system. Wade will send this one in, curling in a really nice ball, but nobody on the receiving end for the Thunder. That will be cleared off the far side, and a Thunder throw coming.
And I thought that was a very dangerous ball from Andrew Wade there. Well placed, but I think that's been a reoccurring issue in this half so far. The Thunder have been able to get balls in positions to kind of cross them in, play in long balls, but they haven't really had anyone on the receiving end, whether that be, you know, the balls are poorly weighted or having not enough guys in the box at the time. So I think if Wheaton's going to punch one in, they're going to need to find the right connection at the right time.
And now we'll get another whistle down the corner. Thunder earn themselves Looks like just a free kick inside the corner. That was Lick getting tangled up with Green, who just re-entered the action. So essentially a corner kick here. Played short to Kapitanek. He fires a shot off the crossbar. Oh my! An absolute laser from Kapitanek.
And for a second there, Nate, I thought that we were about to have an equalizer. You can see it now on the Realty Executives replay. A beautiful ball right to Kapitanek off the free kick. An absolute laser to the top right corner. Finds the crossbar and just hits it square on. Just a few inches below, and he's bar down. An incredible strike.
Oh, man, I would have lost my mind on air for that one. Kapitanek going down as he lost his footing, striking that ball, and somehow still gets the power to strike an incredible riser across the face of the goal. I think he completely caught Bonin off guard as he barely moved, diving late to his left.
And I think I heard him yell, "and one," as he shot it.
I don't believe you. This one will get played all the way back into Bonin. Rolled out to Drablos. Schofield can't control as Carey comes in to provide the pressure.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 26, Chase Gwynn.
And now we'll see Chase Gwynn re-enter. And it will be Carey getting a breather. So Gwynn, a freshman, getting a lot of minutes here in this game.
Yeah, player we haven't seen a ton during critical minutes. Good experience for the freshman Gwynn.
And Wade will have a free kick here as we hear the coaches going back and forth right down in front of us. Just a one-man wall for the Maroons as Wade gets set to send this one in. This one curling in. Dangerous ball bouncing around the box. And that will be cleared out off the far side. So a throw coming for the Thunder.
Yeah, another good chance there created by Wade. A beautiful curler on the dead spot foul. It's only a matter of time. They keep getting these free kick chances.
In pretty much the same spot every time now as well. As we see Wade pushing forward, gets one into Gwynn. Gwynn turning. And Wade stood up there by Grablos. Now Adeosun pressing forward, getting the ball there. And no foul as Grablos goes down at the top of the box. Gwynn with it.
Yeah, and the UChicago coach there livid at that. Thought that Drablos just got hammered at the top of the box.
Now Wade playing this one, looking far side down to the corner. Green is there if he can get on the other end, but he cannot, so it will be a UChicago throw from their defensive third.
Number 16, Panos Voulgaris.
Voulgaris will re-enter the game for the Maroons. Coming off will be Romero. A throw headed up in the air. Stradinger battling for that one. It ends up with Hill. Now Moyes looking for Gwynn. That one intercepted and sent away by Ryman. Pack gets ahead on it. And a nice interception from Green. Plays it in, has Gwynn. And Adeosun intercepts and controls. Kapitanek plays a short ball to Green. As Robbins inside looking for Gwynn, but Drablos jumps that one and takes it away. Abedian. And Moyes does a great job of coming flying in and taking that one away. Now trying to create for himself, but Schofield takes it away. Abedian. Bulgaris drops it back to Schofield, and now all the way back to Droblos. 20 and change to play here in regulation. The Thunder still dealing with a 1-goal deficit off the first half goal from Lopez. And now we'll get a whistle and a quick stoppage as Kapitanek goes down, and there'll be a free kick for the Thunder. They play that one quickly as Kapitanek gets back up onto his feet. Moyes now plays it inside. Pack charging into the box. Gets knocked down. And Bulgaris will collect. Coe giving chase. Hill will drop this one all the way back. Stradinger. Plays it ahead. This is Kapitanek. Nice cut back to find some space. Now plays it near side. Has Moyes. Good control. Fires a shot across the face of the goal, and that one just out wide of the far post.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 14, Shane Copeland, and number 17.
And you can see it here on the Realty Executives replay. An unbelievable ball from Kapitanek right to the foot. Hits Moyes in stride and looks to go far post with that right foot. Just goes off to the side, misses by a little bit, but a really nice chance.
And it looks like they're going to give the save to Bonin. Say he got a piece of that one. That's why he got deflected wide, so it will be a Thunder corner. Wade to send this one in. Looking at the top of the box, ball bouncing around. Kapitanek can't corral it. Now a high ball. That one never really close to challenging Bonin.
Yeah, Kapitanek not getting the start tonight, but has come on as a sub, playing incredibly well. Had that beautiful shot that hit off the crossbar. Probably the best chance we've seen for Wheaton today. And then another beautiful ball setting up a good chance for A.J. Moyes. Really valuable off the bench, Jacob Kapitanek.
And that was Copeland, who was trying to hit that last shot on the half volley, but just couldn't keep it down. Miller almost intercepts there. Vulgaris ends up with it. Schofield. Abedian. Copeland gets in the way of that one. Vulgaris once again. Moyes gets his foot on the ball. Nice clean tackle there. Now Wade pushing ahead. Kapitanek, he's got tons of space to work with, pressing forward. Moves to his left, fires a shot on the ground, diving, stopped by Bonin.
Yeah, exactly. Jacob Kapitanek coming forward again, receives the ball. A lot of space in front of him, takes it to his left and puts a nice left-footed shot on goal. A little close to the keeper, but well hit, nice and low. I think a good decision from Jacob Kapitanek, who has had some really nice chances so far tonight.
And now we'll get a whistle here and a stoppage. Looks like it's going to be a card on Josh Green for tripping up Coe over on the far side.
And he's really not happy about that card. I'm guessing the ref saw it as a tackle from behind, which caused him to give the yellow, but Green absolutely insistent that not a malicious challenge in any way.
So a free kick coming for the Maroons with about 17 minutes to play. This ball sent in, looking far side, headed back towards the middle, and a nice clearance for the Thunder.
Yeah, a really nice read from Jack Stradinger. Ball gets played into the middle of the box, and he comes out of nowhere and takes the ball out of the air and clears it out.
Miller plays this one forward to Wade. Now he chips it up to Copeland. And clearance from Capitasto, and we'll see Max Carey re-enter the game as Moyes gets a breather. Droblo sends this ball sky high, looking for Lopez. Stradinger battling with Lopez. Collision in midair, but no whistle. And now Adeosun will get called for a foul after the fact.
And I love Stradinger's tenacity on the ball. Never goes into a tackle scared. Always knows that he's going to be the one that comes out on the winning end of a tackle.
Yeah, and the way that Stradinger always puts his body in the line is even more impressive when you think about the fact that he missed all of last season with a torn ACL. So that injury not giving him any pause with the way he plays. As you see an attempt there off the foot of a Bedian, but that one not really close to challenging Biddlecombe. Yeah, as mentioned, just Stradinger's tenacity. That's really what it boils down to. He's not afraid even after suffering an injury like he did last season. And it's the reason why he was able to come back and immediately earn back his starting role.
Yeah, exactly. I think one thing to note in the second half, Max Lopez, very much less of a factor. The Wheaton back line doing a good job of containing him. But also at the same time, I think that he may not be playing as intensely as he did in the first half.
So Maroons throw coming. Send into Adeosun. Nobody on the receiving end of that one. It'll end up with Robbins. Capitasto. Played forward to Coe. Inside for Lopez. Now Coe looking for somewhere to go. Chips it in. Adeosun all alone. A shot fired. Good save by Biddlecombe. But an offsides whistle and flag up beforehand.
And you can see it here on the Realty Executives replay. A nice ball into the chest of Adeosun.
And then Lopez a few steps off. Made the run after he played it into Adeosun. Not expecting that to come back to him.
Yeah, the ball off of Adeosun's chest just a little bit out in front. Falls right to the feet of Lopez. But for a second there, I thought we were going to see a really nice side volley from Adeosun.
Yeah, I mean, it was laid up there perfectly. And now another opportunity is Abedian. Chips one. And Abedian really upset with the fact that there was no handball call there. Kapitanek with it. Plays on the ground inside, has Whelan. Whelan gets around Ryman. Now Ryman intercepts. And a deflection will give the ball to the Maroons on a throw. .13 to play here in regulation. Thunder have looked better here in the second half. An opportunity. Whelan working into the box. Gets knocked down. No whistle.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 4, Austin Pack, number 5, Drew Shea, number 18, AJ Moyes.
And I'll see Shea, Pack, and Moyes re-enter as the Maroons set up for a goal kick.
Yeah, dangerous chance there for Peter Whelan. A bit of a hospital ball played by UChicago to the middle of the field. Max Carey is able to one-time it through to the foot of Peter Whelan, who gets a little caught up and gets a shot off, but it's deflected and he fell to the ground. It looked as if it could have been a foul, but not necessarily decisive enough for the head ref to give a penalty decision.
Yeah, I think if we see that somewhere else on the field, the Thunder probably get a free kick. But inside the 18, it's got to be, I think the word you use is perfect, decisive. Thunder play this one quickly as it gets back to Hill. He plays this one ahead. Adeosun with it. Forward to Lopez. Looking for Droblos. I think he would have been offside had that gotten through. Green now with it. Centering ball has Wade. And now Shea working down into the corner on the near side. Plays that one time, back into the box, headed on, down into the ground, but a good recovery by Bonin. That was A.J. Moyes on the receiving end of that one, just not the right angle. I think had he put that in the air towards the far post, that's a goal.
Yeah, exactly. You can see it here on the Realty Executives replay. Drew Shea lets the ball fall to him, one-times it into the box, right to the head of A.J. Moyes, but isn't able to get a lot on it to put it in the back of the net. And I think that offensive development really started on the left flank with it at the feet of Josh Green. Green was looking to play a long ball and didn't see anything, and smartly elected to play the ball across to Andrew Wade, who had a ton of space in the middle. Picked out the pass to Drew Shea. I think it goes to show the importance of patience in picking out these passes.
So Wade gets a breather as he came off the field, and Colby Versage entered on. Good job by Versage right away, stepping forward and taking that ball. Now Kapitanek pushing ahead, plays on the ground, has Carey. Carey working into the box. Tries to play that one across, but knocked down immediately. Now Shea, centering ball to Versage. And he'll reset and chip this one in, looking for Shea. Shea cuts back. Ball to Pack. Still looking for Shea. Versage gets it back to Pack. Now Kapitanek. And one time looking for Carey right behind him, but it leads to a counter opportunity. And Hill with a nice stop there. Carey with it, plays it ahead. That will roll to Moyes. And nice tackle from Schofield, but Moyes stays with it. Now Moyes looking into the box, he gets impeded, and that'll be a whistle. And is that a penalty shot? It will. Waiting to see what the referee is signaling. It looked like he was pointing to the penalty spot. Moyes did fall into the box. And that one, just a half step outside, is where they'll place it. The ball almost on the edge of the 18.
Yeah, it looked as if the head ref initially pointed to the penalty spot and then looked at his assistant. His assistant came out on the field and pointed at the spot of the foul and made sure to alert the head ref that he believed that the foul took place outside of the box. Almost a game changer there, but certainly a dangerous spot for Wheaton here.
So the Thunder with a great opportunity here. Stepping forward, sends this one in, deflected out. So a good stop by the Maroons, and the Thunder had a really dangerous opportunity.
But a really nifty move there from A.J. Moyes, fighting off a handful of challenges in the corner, and then looks to chip it over to the defender and draws the foul just outside the box.
Stradinger looked to play that one into the far side of the box, but didn't quite get there. The Thunder, however, still pushing ahead. This is Carey. He gets tripped up, no whistle. And now Lopez will play that far side, looking for Coe. Robbins recovers and sends that in. The Thunder stay with it, but turned over. This is Lopez in a dangerous area. Fires a shot. Biddlecombe, nice save. Dropping down almost like a hockey goalie and deflecting that one away.
These are some really strong hands right here. A good challenge from Lopez, who elects to take a laser of a shot. Looking for the bottom right corner. Biddlecombe bends his knees and stays right with it. Gets a nice save off of that left palm.
It doesn't even bother trying to catch that one. Doesn't want to risk it. Instead, just makes his body big. And nothing doing off the corner for the Maroons. The shot came from the head of, I believe, a Bedian.
And he hasn't been tested all that much in this game. But Biddlecombe, when he has really been up to the task. Outside of the one wonder goal from Lopez that he couldn't really do anything about. He's had a handful of very nice saves in this second half.
Yeah, there might be one or two keepers in all of Division III who can make that save, and only probably a handful in collegiate soccer across the nation who are going to be able to read the diving header like that. The clearance there off the foot of Robbins. Not risking Coe to get an opportunity. With 6 minutes left, though, the Maroons will have a corner.
Yeah, Robbins doing a nice job tonight on that, in that left back position. Was CCIW Defender of the Week last week. Yep. Really impressive honor there.
Yeah, the Thunder not allowing a goal at all last week, so not surprising that somebody from their back line earned those honors. The Thunder pushing ahead. This is Pack. Tries to play it through, but there's nobody there. Now Capitasto will play that far side, and the Maroons possess. No issue for Biddlecombe there, as that ball's sent in off the foot of Coe. And now the Thunder faithful coming alive here at Joe Bean Stadium.
Yeah, I think I see a few fans putting their rally caps on.
Shea drops this one back to Hill. Intercepted by Schofield. He's got a burst of speed, gets past Versage. Stradinger comes flying in, however, to recover, and only giving up a throw are the Thunder.
Yeah, another really nice defensive play from Stradinger. He's just been all over the field tonight, racing around and making really nice tackles and challenges.
Ball played across the face of the goal, but that one not threatening to anybody.
And Chicago's going to look to take their time in these last 4 minutes. You could see on that last throw-in they were in no rush. They're looking to waste as much time as possible with this 1-goal lead and 4 minutes to play.
It's pretty much exactly what you expect, and you expect the Thunder to start to push ahead with a little bit more urgency here in the final 4-ish minutes. And now we'll get a stoppage in the clock. The head referee feeling like the University of Chicago wasting too much time. High ball into the box. Biddlecombe jumps up and gets his hands on that one. Bulgaris sends this one in. Now the Thunder are going to start to push. This one rolls all the way back into Biddlecombe.
You can hear Coach DeClute yelling, "Just find feet." It's important that with only 3 minutes left that the ball be moving around quickly, really trying to force the issue for this Wheaton side if they're going to get an equalizer.
A nice interception, at least momentarily, for the Thunder. But now the Maroons have the ball all alone on the near side. Nobody really providing pressure. Now Carey comes in. Shea intercepts. Now Carey. Centering ball has Versage. And that one ends up with Capitasto. Wade waiting to come into the game for the next stoppage, but with just 2 minutes to play. Not sure if that will actually happen. Schofield with it. Flicked up off the head of Shea, out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Maroons.
Yeah, and Wheaton doing such a nice job in these last, in this half, being all over the field and energetic. It almost feels like these last 2 or 3 minutes they've kind of turned off their energy and look a bit lethargic out there when it matters the most.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 9, Andrew Wade.
So Wade will enter the game as Woodfin comes off. Thunder trying to make this substitution quick with a running clock. Minute 40 left. And Elliot Paul tried to hop on for Versage at the last second, but not enough times. The ball was already played. Shade with it. Now Wade tries to leave it for Kapitanek. Intercepted. Now played ahead. Middlecombe with it. Looking to run it quickly. Rolls it to Stradinger. Now Hill. Now over the top, looking for Carey, and that one short hops into Bonin. Almost got past him as Carey provided a pretty solid screen running through.
Yeah, Carey making a really nice banana run around the Chicago back line, almost connecting with that long ball from Hill, but just a bit behind the play.
And now we'll have a free kick for the Maroons, and they'll be able to run out a decent amount of time as this one gets set, and they wait for somebody to come ahead to it. Capitasto plays it quickly, but a misplay, something that we haven't seen a whole lot of out of the Maroons. And a quick throw as Ryman sends it out. Now a really high ball that will actually stay in bounds. 10 seconds left.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And that will do it. Your final score here, Joe Bean Stadium, the University of Chicago Maroons 1, the Wheaton Thunder 0. The Thunder do a good job of hanging with the #1 team in the nation, but the difference proves to be the wonder goal from Max Lopez.
Yeah, exactly, Nate. A really nice effort from a Wheaton side. 3-3 on the year, going up against #1 in the nation, Chicago. 6-0 on the year. We're going to hear shortly from Coach DeClute, Nate Stein, on the interview. But as Stein said earlier, the difference being an incredible goal from Max Lopez midway through the first half. A beautiful ball in from Josh Schofield. Max Lopez puts an absolute firecracker of a header into the back of the net. It looks like we've got Nate Stein with Elliot Borge. We're going to go down to the field and hear what Coach Borge has to say.
Thanks, Seth. I'm down here with Thunder assistant coach Elliot Borge. Coach, that's the #1 team in the nation. You guys gave up just 1 goal while they're averaging over 4 per game. What can you say about your team's performance tonight?
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I think we saw, especially more in the first half, when they were a lot more dangerous. Just really smart front six in terms of finding little bits of space off the back of our center backs, or finding little slip runs through. So they're really dangerous the whole way through. I think overall, really good performance. I mean, we saw Hasten in goal with 2 or 3 big stops. So defensively, yeah, I mean, pretty good to just give up 1 goal to that team. So.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on this, how in the first half they were able to really string together a lot of really nice touches in tight spaces. What was the difference between that and the second half when you guys were able to lock down a little bit more and kind of come together and really be able to transfer into more of a counter-attacking opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, there's something that can happen when you go down a goal, and you just kind of lose all your fear a little bit. So we started to, I think, just play with a lot more eagerness, a lot more bravery, and started to kind of take control of the flow of the game. So we looked pretty good at that point, and credit to them, they defended well, and they subbed guys on who defended well. So it's tough to break down, but we created a fair number of chances. So.
All right, Coach. Thank you for your time. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Nate.
There you have it, your final score from Joe Bean Stadium. The University of Chicago Maroons 1, the Wheaton Thunder 0. The Thunder are back in action right here on Saturday against the Washington University of St. Louis. That game will be a 4 p.m. start, pardon me. Thank you for watching the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network tonight. A special thank you to Sunrise Communications for making this all possible. My name's Nate Stein for Seth Meyer. Have a good one.